Booyah! We're live, good people. And we're doing a StreamYard. Well, Joe, my chick. Oh, baby. All the notifications is out mobily, but I'll take it. Better than no notification going out. Now, what we've heard around the globe is we always have been seeing a process, right? We've been laying out brick by brick by brick by brick by brick, showing people exactly the type of person Vladimir is. Now, as I've stated many times before, oh, I do get a notification here. Okay, they cleaning up their act. The act. Okay. Even New Chris got a notification. Uh-oh. After this one, you probably won't get another one. Now, the thing of the matter is simple. When you have people that don't see eye to eye with what you do, they will do anything to try to take you down. Now, when you see a situation where things don't look like they add up, in other words, you don't think that people notice or pay attention to anything that you're saying, but they actually do. I'm sitting here watching a lot of different people's reactions, in other words, to certain decisions that's been made as far as the industry, as far as hip hop, and everything is going. It does not make sense to me, like why certain things are a certain way. Like right now, all of the traffic and the attention that was put on the stage saying that this video is live, we got notifications going out. Why did the traffic slow down when it should be increasing? Because they saw the title and said, uh-oh, this is not going to go good. They knew that. They knew. But they decided to get involved. The people that pay people not to see anything and turn a blind eye to what's transpiring. They don't want you to know. They want you to be quiet. They want everything to go on as usual as they use their platform for clickbait. And they send out information that's not necessarily true. And they know it isn't. They just want your attention in to watch the work they've done. Now, YouTube is supposedly against clickbaiting. I don't know if any of you noticed this, but they're supposed to be against clickbaiting. Yeah, these people have used methods to try to stop me. These people have used methods to try to slow my traffic, to try to make it look as if people are abandoning me, which they're not. They've tried to make it look as if I need to make changes to my platform and collaborate, and that will increase traffic. It's all lies. They know I'm able to do what I'm doing without them. So what I'm doing is all of this without them. They have to make you need them. So they was like, oh, okay, well, let's show him, or let's slow this down because we don't know how he's doing this on his own by just talking to people, which was what YouTube was supposed to be about. But no, now it's corporate. You got to pay for everything. So I'm like, I have to pay you to pay me? Where does this make any sense? Doesn't. Why do I have to pay you to pay myself? That's just dumb. And that's the cycle we have been going down. And then you have people like DJ Vladimir, who decides to go out and create these narratives, and he's partnered with them. So now anything he does, he's protected by YouTube, right? They're going to make sure whatever he does, it goes by no problems. And if anybody says anything against them, they attack them for them. And these are the people that's supposed to go ahead and these are the people that's supposed to go ahead and represent everyone, right? So they allow this person to go ahead, use clickbait, change titles to look a certain way they want them to look. They allow all of this justice to take place, right? They're cool with it. Any proof of this, or is this just speculation? I'm glad you said that. Let's highlight that. Any proof of that, or is this just speculation? Hmm. Okay. New Chris, they sent out notifications today. I don't know how you didn't get one. Well, that's you're not new Chris. That's Chris Hill. Someone says, I worked for Vlad TV for 4 years. Ooh, God, Hondo. So you know what I'm saying is true, right? I've never had a problem with Vlad. I've never had a problem with Vlad at all. I was the one who always defended Vlad TV. I made one video and he decided that he was going to put me in my place, or his team decided they were going to put me in my place when I was fair in the video. And they decided to go that route. And I said, okay, Vlad, I don't really pay too much attention to you or what, I just normally would listen to the interview and hear what the person had to say. But let's focus on you now. Since you want me to focus on you by doing this, messing with me, you're forcing my hand to give you the attention. My parents both had just got hit with COVID. And then all of this came along. Then they tried to sabotage me. I'm sorry. If you don't have a problem with him, keep his name out your mouth, and I'll put in a good word for you. I'm sorry, Hondo. I don't work for him. Okay, I don't need his approval for anything. I don't need a good word. Tell him he got to talk to me. That's how that works. Now, I reached out to him to make sure, like, it was this him or his team doing this. So I gave him a fair chance to respond. All right. Then he blocked me on IG. And I think he blocked me on Twitter or something like that. I don't know. But I sent him, I said, you finna keep this BS going? Is this what you want to do? I asked him, is this the direction you want to go in? Now, let's get back to what we was talking about earlier. Because Tim is saying he's still waiting. Tim, you still waiting? Tim's like, I need proof. All right. Here we go with the proof. You know I come with receipts. It's the black hole, baby.
Yeah, then my other phone, bro. What's up, big bro?
What's up, man? We have a conversation about this.
Yeah, you Vlad, look, it's always an adult conversation, man. You know, I mean, you can see how I handle the situation. I'm not mad at you as a person, bro. Like, I just feel like that's the problem with the bloggers, bro. Like they put captions out there. Like you said that it was the caption was what you asked me, but it wasn't. In the video you asked me. So let's be clear, because you know the comments gonna go crazy. And you was like, let me make sure that, so you do mean a woman, right? So if you would have asked me, was it a man or a woman, then Vlad, I ain't lying, man, I would have put you in your place right there, dog. I'm gonna be real. No, listen. No, you didn't, Vlad. Like I checked it. That would make me mad. If you check the video, you say, let's be clear, because they gonna go crazy in the comments. It was a woman. It was a woman you talking about, right? You say that.
I cheated on my girl in prison, man.
I just want to clarify, because people go crazy in the comments. You're cheating with women.
I can see when it's gray area. See, when I said that, I was like, yo, you're in prison with what you do. You cheat with women, right?
Nah, Vlad, people can't listen, dog. Look, Vlad, look. You can manipulate the people, but not me, bro. Listen, bro. Let's check this out. When you say what you said, it was to manipulate for some clickbait, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that. But when I fuck with you, Vlad, I got your direct line, dog. Man, you have conversations, man. You done had conversations that, you know what I'm saying, when you had your kids and shit. You know, I got twins, you got twins. So it's like, I look at you as a big bro, like. So when I'm coming to you, dog, don't play on my top like that, my nigga. Like I'm looking at you like when I go to like a Beehive, when I go to Beehive Radio, Beehive, and I go to Dirty Glove Bastard. Man, them dudes don't play with me, dog. Even when I went to the Breakfast Club, you see how when they was talking about it, Charlamagne and NBA play with me. You know what I'm saying? Like you open up doors for niggas to play with me, dog. And you know me. I'm not worried about these other niggas, but when I with niggas, dog, I take it personal because I with you. You see what I'm saying? I would never even in this interview, I try to clean up your name when they talk about you snitching this and that. You ain't put that up yet. That's because I understand what you do, and I understand that niggas tell on themselves. It's on you what you say out your mouth to get you incriminated and get you indicted. I told you that, and I cleaned that up for you. That's because I understand, my nigga. Like, I'm not no nigga you can manipulate, bro. I'm woke. I understand propaganda, dog. You know what I'm saying? But now you can't thought, dog. You can't thought. So when I stepped to you and I told you respectfully, because I could have went off, man. I could have had niggas looking and hunting you down. I could have did that. But I ain't on that, dog. I'm on some grown man mature. If you gonna put out some, if you gonna put some
that's why
I'm Vlad, I'm not trolling. Listen, it's a different from.
And for me, after you put up the whole thing with Kevin Gates getting in the head, I was like, okay, he's playing offense, he's trolling, he's getting.
Man, I don't troll, I control, my nigga. It's a different from trolling. Trolling is you chasing clout. You try to attach your name to anything that's pending what you did. You saw that they grabbed this and they talked about this, so you like, damn, let me go ahead and add fuel to the fire. You trolling. I'm controlling. There's a difference. Controlling is you educate. Listen, hold up, Black. Listen,
That's right.
When I post to educate, bro, it's not the debate. This shit is what it is. I put it out.
Vlad had changed the title on one of his videos.
You pushed it out to
make it look like
provoke feelings, dog, because that's what you do. You get paid for it. You a manipulator, Vlad. That's what you do, and it's cool. You get millions of dollars.
And he thought him and Vlad was friends.
I respect what you do, but when I with you, that'll separate that business from that plate with other niggas, because then you done made it a problem with a nigga that with you, Vlad. That's what I'm saying. I with you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. And you be saying, like, when you hit me, I said, yo, I did a little bunch of shit. It's not like I wasn't going to you. When you hit me about it, I said, listen, I'm down to change it. And then I try to call you back. You know what I'm saying? I even text you, hey, try to call me.
But let it go out there, because I've been selling books up. That's the whole purpose, sell books. But it's just the caption. So when you meant it to get clicks, when I say what I say, you just say, reiterate it the way I wanted it to be, and it's cool. I'm not tripping, and we having this conversation now. It's cool. I'm not tripping, dog. I just want me and you I just want to have that conversation, because a text message could get misled. To let you know, I'm not mad at you, but I'm gonna let you know that the foul move right there. Next time, do better. That's all. And I still want to do a Vlad TV interview. I ain't gonna be the nigga that like I ain't with Vlad, you know. But I'm gonna let Vlad know. Vlad, look, niggas, even champions make mistakes. You know what I'm talking about? Like Vlad, that's the but it's an educating moment, and you gotta understand, Vlad, that see when you doing these interviews, you behind the computer, bro. Like niggas in real life out here, dog. So like a nigga running my face like that, I'm gonna shoot a nigga in his face. You see what I'm saying? That's a real situation. I'm a real gangster in real life. So when you create energy like that, dog, you know what I'm saying? You don't understand that. Could get like that because you ain't thinking about it getting like that, but they could get serious like that. So sometimes, dog, you but listen, I'm not talking about you. Listen, take you out of it. Take you out of it, Vlad. And that's the thing. You only think about you. You got to think about other people and what that's doing to their families when you're doing what you're doing. Sometimes be a little human, bro. Sometimes take a little consideration of how other people is going to feel, not about how you gonna pay your bill, dog. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying. And if you choose not to do that after this moment, just accept whatever karma come with it. Cause one thing for sure, two things for certain, dog. Like that do come back on you. And when it come back on you from you doing something wrong, it's a bad feeling, my nigga. I felt it before.
Okay. Really, man. Look, like I said, I was actually trying to have that conversation with you that same day. You know, I called you and texted you, but it is that. You know what I mean? That's how you were
it's cool, bro. Like right now, I know how to 72 hours. I know the downplay. I'm not tripping. I got a whole wife. All the women know I ain't gay. The niggas that is conversating is niggas that want to be a rapper or want to be me. You know what I'm saying? They want to find a flaw. Ain't no flaw in my character. It's just like the paperwork song. I feel like why you ain't give that energy to that paperwork song so we can put light on niggas that who is the same energy, Vlad. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, write up a topic, write up a conversation where niggas can make that controversy. Don't play on, because that's y'all letting 6ix9ine run around with this shit like it's cool. And I 6ix9ine, I shouldn't even say his name, but he's the face for it. You know what I'm saying? Why you don't try to build a conversation or a topic for that? Nigga, I got a record out called Paperwork, and I'm talking about it because niggas that brought my name up and say this and say that, but you ain't making no controversy out there. And that's what's real. Nigga need education, bro. Not all that assassination, bro. Niggas need education in this world, because niggas dying out there for a lack of knowledge because they don't know, bro. And I'm one of the niggas that's standing on the front line to teach niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. And sometimes niggas gonna take it the wrong way, but a nigga that's woke gonna know, man. That nigga Turk out here educating. I ain't trying to, man, assassinate no nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? I can get on some gangster, but gangster to me is learning so you can earn, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about with me.
100%. I would change the
You don't have to change the title. Just be more careful in the future. The
Yeah.
title is what it is. You
Cash
don't have
App
to
is
change
car
it. It's
signal.
out. The damage is
Donate
already
to the
out,
Cash
and it
App.
ain't no damage because what the devil meant for bad, God meant for good. So I'm making money off it. I don't trip. I'm gonna always be straight no matter what because I'm one of the chosen ones, man. It don't affect me. I'm just saying, you as a person, and you as a friend, right? I consider you as a big bro. I consider you as a friend. I don't look at you like everybody look at you, man. They got niggas want to chop your head off. I don't want to chop your head off. You might not care because you feel like a nigga can't get to you. But Vlad, you're not invisible. You're not God. So this what I'm saying. Listen. Hold up, listen. You got the Vlad. The whole culture of niggas, if they catch you, Vlad, they gonna do you something dirty. Like you gonna get done dirty. When they see me, they gonna know not to play with me because I'm a real gangster. They gonna know that. But Vlad, you playing with gangsters, man. You got to stop playing with gangsters, Vlad.
Stop playing with gangsters.
When they see me, they gonna embrace me, dog. You know what I'm saying? Cause niggas, the real niggas who really real know what's real is. All these other niggas who be pretending to be real, I know it's a fake image. Cause when I try to get these niggas on live to express their feelings, they decline. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't worrying about that. It's a bunch of internet thugs. And you are internet thugs, Vlad. I'm just be real. You gotta stop tapping into real gangster, dog. Cause that is for real. It is not a drill, dog. And I'm your friend. And if nobody ain't tell you that, dog, I'm gonna be the one to educate you there, bro. Like that's why I told you I want to do those Vlad and Turks. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm not gonna bite my tongue and I'm not gonna be politically correct. I'm not gonna do that. I ain't gonna make a nigga feel good. But at the same time, I'm not gonna intentionally try to assassinate a nigga character and I know it ain't the truth. I'm not gonna do that.
How about this? I got a switch up. Alright? What we're gonna do, we're gonna let this simmer down for a bit. Then I will bring you back as a regular guest.
Regular guest.
Kind of like what I do with Boosie.
Kind of what I do with Boosie.
$1,000 check with all my regular guests get paid.
$1,000 check.
In that interview, we'll address this. I'll admit to the mistakes I made in the process. You know what I mean? And then we'll go ahead and do a whole interview, just talk about a bunch of current events. And then you can talk after.
Man, it's all love, man. We already know this is entertainment, man. And like, even if you tell the truth, people still gonna think it's a lie. So just when you a nigga Vlad, you got a different respect for niggas that you with. That's just how it go. Now you probably don't with me like I thought you did. I thought if you got my number, you got my direct number, you got my direct line, nigga, you done had conversations with me about what to do with the twins and this that. So I'm like, damn, I'm Vlad. I got a different look on Vlad than the people in the world do, cause of the conversations we had. So you become like a friend to me. But then when you betray that, like I'm like, hold up, damn, maybe this nigga not a friend. I look at you as a big brother, bro, like real life. You know what I'm saying?
He don't look at you like that.
Let me just say this, man, and you can believe me or not believe me, but from the bottom of my heart, I felt when I asked that question, and when I said with women, right, and you said, of course, you did not say, of course, with women, or yeah, definitely with women.
Vlad, let me tell you something. You know that they be saying. Go ahead.
I swear on my kids, man. I'm like, yo, Turk is trolling right now to tell the book. Turk is purposely answering the question in a certain type of way so people will go grab the book, go to that chapter, and see if there's a book.
So listen, so look, okay, so you listen. So check this out. So check this out. Right, listen. So marketing or guerrilla marketing, you right. But where you wrong at is your caption, Vlad. You could have said Turk cheated on a woman. Turk cheated on his wife with a woman, like Beehive said, and let them make a speculation of thing. Now, and how the he gonna do a woman? He can't get no woman in jail. Some niggas don't think that deep. I broke it down, like if they really go to your interview and really listen to it, man, it ain't only thing in jail. Only thing you can't do is leave and go. I'm educating niggas, man. We got to educate. I don't know if you want to educate more or you want to assassinate more. I don't know, but I want to educate. That's a new lane, bro. Like, it need education in this world, bro. People are being misled, dog. Like I say, the old me, Vlad, I'd have been at you, dog, and I would have found you. Because you think you can't be found. But bro, it's all love. It's no disrespect. I respectfully had to check you on that because you do that a lot. Stop doing that, Vlad, because somebody gonna get to you, bro. And it's gonna be bad. And you'll know who's gonna have to suffer. Your twins and your wife. That's who's gonna have to suffer. Because Vlad thinking about Vlad. Vlad don't care. But your twins and your family, those are the ones who gonna have to suffer, bro. Because you don't care. But they care. I bet you your wife be like, man, baby, please. They don't like that shit neither, bro, but they won't tell you. As a friend, my nigga, I'ma tell you because I'm out here and I know, like, I can handle what comes from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got niggas on deck, like, nigga, don't play with me. I'm warning niggas, don't do that because don't be confused. But Vlad, you don't got what I got. You don't got that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to stop.
I got my security. I got people that keep me alive.
Man, nigga don't care about no security, Vlad. Nigga don't care. Listen, let your ego, bro. Let your It ain't about no guns, bro. Listen, you missing the point of what I'm saying. It ain't you. It's your family. Your family. It's your family, dog. Like, okay, we can't get the Vlad. Your family, because you only think about you, are vulnerable. Stop thinking about you and think about the whole family tree, dog. The whole family tree. And don't act like it won't hurt you if a nigga got your family members.
Oh, man, it'll crush me.
All right, then. So think before you blank, my nigga. Think before you blank, dog. Don't just be speaking. Because I care if a nigga play with my family, dog. To be honest, that's the only reason I go back if a nigga play with my family. I don't give about me. Nigga can assassinate my character, but don't play with my kid, don't play with my wife, don't play with my mama, nigga. I'm going all the way out. If you put a hand on them, I'm gonna show a nigga, I'm gonna show a nigga everywhere but under his feet, and I'm gonna incriminate myself on Vlad for that. And that's facts. Cause that's the sacrifice I take if a nigga play with mine, cause nigga, you bold.
There you go. All right, man, so look, we're on the same page. I apologize, man to man, about making the title that way. Like I said, if you want to take it down, change the title.
Nah, you don't gotta take it down. It's all love. I ain't tripping, bro. Just be careful the next time, dog. You know, I'm just saying,
Like I said, you got an invite to come back and we can.
I'm always invited, man, because I'm the chosen one. I'm invited when they think I'm not. I'm a kick down the door. I gotta come in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm a different type of nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm different, and that's why I go through what I go through, because people got to be taught the right way.
Now, I'm glad we're back. And now, I hope that answers your question, Tim. Now, exactly. All we doing is exposing all of this person to the light. We bringing it to the light. What was done in the dark is coming to the light. Everything we've said has been true. There's been no assassination of any character. As you just saw and heard Vlad, copy please, saying, I'm going to cut you a check. Here's a check. I'm going to bring you on like I do Bootsy. You'll be a regular guest. You see? But did he come out and make a public apology? He said, thanks, Cino, but it didn't. That wasn't no proof. DJ Vlad, his voice on the phone, talking with Turk, that's not proof enough. I'm sorry. That's just no proof. Vlad said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's my bad. Now, here's the kicker, people. Here's the kicker you wasn't expecting. Vlad was right. Vlad was telling the truth. Not about what he said about Turk, about why he thought it was okay to do and what his approach was in doing it. He wasn't just doing that to create a clickbait title. He actually thought Turk was doing that thing that he did with Kevin Gates as, oh, I'm trying to basically troll to get people to go buy my book and look into the chapter where that went down. So he tried to help and assist and thought like, okay, all right, I'm gonna help you sell the book. So he took that Kevin Gates situation and tried to turn that into, oh, he, with the men and all that and playing in that level. He really thought like that. So he wasn't really going into clickbait, but he went too far. You playing with people and playing in that element of their sexuality and all of that. And when you put it out and you have such a big platform, Vlad has to realize you're playing a dangerous game with people you don't really know that well, especially if they think you're cool and they've opened up to you to talk about personal family stuff. And then you go and betray that. Now you have a bigger problem. I mean, I don't know why you would go back unless you need the money and publicity that, like I said, people have their own reasons. I'm never going to tell somebody not to go on Vlad. I'm not going to tell people don't go view Vlad. I'm not viewing Vlad. He lost me as a supporter. So when you lose me as a supporter, that's on you. Because he's only selling and promoting a stereotype. He's selling and promoting an idea that doesn't fit with us as people. He's selling the idea that all we're good for is the negative stereotypes they put against us. Gang banging, drug usage. Oh, I did this, violent, criminal act. I robbed 37 people before. I slept with this woman and I beat up dude. I took his wife. All negative stereotypes. Never have I seen a positive DJ Vlad video. I have never seen a positive DJ Vlad video. Period. No positivity. I don't care if Jesus was there sitting in Vlad's chair. Jesus could be sitting in Vlad's chair and they wanted me to do sit side by side with Jesus. I'm not going on Vlad. So you ain't got to worry about that. I will not be on Vlad. Now, that's another conversation for another day. But when you are part of something bigger, or you feel like you're a part of something regal, they can't break you because the only way they know to break you is financially. They know money. They cripple you with money. So They always try to play with your finances, play with your family, play with all that, try to disturb your comfort to get you to fall in line. People go on Vlad platform because it brings a lot of attention to what they're promoting or selling. It's the reason why people go on the Breakfast Club. People go on there because they selling some knives. They got a whole bunch of stuff going on. So everyone says, well, damn, I think this is what I need to get into. This might be where I need to be. Right? This is going to help me promote my stuff. 50 was just on the Breakfast Club. Why? Because 50 is promoting Raising Canaan. Raising Canaan is getting ready to come out, do its rollout. 50's on the Breakfast Club. So people come out when they have something that's going to drop. Irv Gotti's out here doing these drink champs and everything else because he has the Murder INC documentary and all the stuff he's got coming on BET. When people have movies coming out, you see the actors make the press run, right, to promote the project. So if people go on Vlad, it's to sell a project or to sell something that they have that's going on. So who am I to tell them they can't go? If you want to go there, that's fine. But I don't want to go. I won't deal with anybody, or not saying I won't deal with. I don't deal with Vlad in that way, in that sense. You cannot disrespect me and think I'm going to respect you. It don't work that way. Not with me. That don't work that way with me. You can't disrespect me and expect me to respect you. It don't work that way. I'm not academics. Yeah, Sammy Bull was on there, and he in his videos he got him and fighting with Sammy Gravano. I mean, the other guy, the Gravano dude, Sammy Gravano, and the other David, what's his name? The other two rats back and forth fighting with each other and arguing based on Vlad's videos. Vlad's caused that. Then they went on another show and actually had it out because what Turk was telling him was the truth in the video. Turk is telling you flat out, speaking on Vlad. He's telling him, yeah, Michael Francesi, yeah, who is not a rat. Michael did rat. He went in there and told and cooperated for the federal government. Now he's going to say, oh, I just told my part of it, and I just said what I had to do with it and what I didn't have to do with it. BS. Okay? Michael's going to tell you his version of it and what all he had to do from the transcripts. Michael's a rat. Prove it. There's people locked up and gone and dead now. The reason why he's out publicly doing what he's doing is because the people are dead now. Michael with me doing these interviews, the people weren't trying to hit him, weren't dead already. I had no problems with Vlad back in the day. You guys actually believe like we all like hang out and have pizza and all that stuff. Like I never had any reason to hate Vlad. You know, when people say stuff on his thing, his line of questioning was crazy. But I'm like, you went on there and answered it. You know what I'm saying? You did that. You chose to go on there and do that. So I hold people responsible for what they do. But I hold Vlad responsible also for what he done. We gave you a whole list and rollout of all the things Vlad has been doing. And he still has an answer for that black casting agent. When Valentino called him out and said, "Why, DJ Vlad, are you asking me for young girls just to hang out with? Not even for work. You're going to pay Valentino for girls." Then when he told you, Vlad, what happened to some of the girls when they was in New York, right? And they got violated, he told you about it. And you went and contacted those people so that they could block Valentino. Why did you do that? Why did you contact the alleged attackers of these women? And when he asked you to let the woman come on her show, your show, Vlad, that would have got you a lot of views. That woman going in there telling what happened to her and airing that out on your platform, that's right up your alley. Why didn't you do that, Vlad? Why didn't you take that? For any of y'all who are confused with what we're talking about, you can go on the Casino for Life Patreon. As you see in the banner below, it says right there, Patreon, Casino for Life. Sign up for that and you get to see what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. Now, as I told you, I know the NOI. I'm from Chicago. But I'm going to tell you like this. The NOI don't say F Vlad because they would never use that language. Right. I don't need his validation. A lot of people, you know what I think his problem is, and Vlad's problem has always been entirely different. Okay. And here's Vlad's problem. Vlad's problem is he thinks I'm a YouTube guy. I'm a guy who just came from the streets, got on YouTube, and just got me some fame on YouTube. And I'm one of these guys that want to come up to get to the next level. And this is my hustle to get there. He think I'm one of these guys, like academics. Don't realize that I had a whole life. All the people academics is hanging out, right? The little mixers and parties he's now getting to go to now that he's out of the basement. He doesn't realize I've been to all of that and then some. When Rick Ross was stomping you out, I was probably sitting at the bar. You just didn't know. All these functions with rappers, and then I've been doing that since the 90s. The 90s, dog. Been around celebrities, Beyonce, Nick Cannon, all of them, hanging with them, kicking it with them. We've done all of it. You've seen it. So I've already lived that. That's for these younger guys to go do now. I'm not a hanger on trying to hold on to that life like I need to get back in the door. I want to go back over there. Woo! Get me into that party. I don't want to be there. I've been in those parties where you had to wear black tux. I've been in these places. That's how I know about it so much. Know about the industry, know about the circles. Fitting in the circles and how weird it is. And I explained that to y'all here, how the Hollywood circles are and how crazy it is. And they could tell, and they try to weed out people who ain't from those circles. They put on blinders to everything. They're oblivious. And you just be like, are you controlled or something? You don't see, do you see that right there at that table? That used to be somebody's daddy. What the hell is he wearing? What the fuck is going on in here? Why ain't nobody saying nothing about that? Do you see that? You gotta understand. You gotta understand. They'll be like, okay, you know not to bring him back. Because a real person who goes through real life, they're going to acknowledge all of that. He says dumb to go live and issue a type of threat to a CIAS. Hey, I didn't do any of it. I've never threatened that man. The mansion parties. Oh, yeah, we know all about them. See, what y'all think is the mansion parties is really somebody's house, and they throw a party, and basically the house is all white. They have a white piano. They have a white, like, bearskin rug on the floor, and down in a den, they have paintings on the wall, and it's basically some of these houses are rented. They renting these homes, and what they call minimalists. They put very little photos of themselves up. It's no family pictures or nothing. It's just all artwork or something else, but it's barely anything's on the wall. So it's like all white walls everywhere. And they call themselves minimalists. Oh, I'm a minimalist. And I'm like, what the hell is that? I don't know what the hell you talking about. So you start seeing like all of these parties and how weird it is. And it's normally after an event. And people have to come in only by invite. And I'm like, we was at one and we shouldn't even have been there. We were accidentally invited. And we come there and it's like, it's a weird place. But the event we went to, we're dressed for it. I mean, we got on suits. And we're sitting in there, we're like, okay, we got our suits on. We went to the event and here we are. Why are we here? Like, how do we get, and me, I'm from the shop. So my whole attitude is, how do I get back out of here? Who's the driver? Where's our driver at? Where's our car? Because I'm thinking about leaving. And when you want to leave, you want to know your transportation. So the conversations are weird. They got the people that serves the hors d'oeuvres and everything. And I ain't eating in a place I don't know. I don't know the people I came in with. And I'm staying close to them. I'm like, we standing here. We straight, right by the door. I'm like, we right by the door. So when they walk through, like, oh man, this is the producer. What's his name? Yeah, he had the ABC show and all that. I'm like, oh, okay, I remember that. Street Hawk. Glenn Larson, I believe that was his name. Something like I think it was Glenn Larson or something. He did Night Rider, Street Hawk, and all that. I'm like, oh yeah, man, those my shows. So he came by. We met Glenn Larson or whatever, or whoever thing he was responsible with, and for NBC, we met a lot of other people down there. And there's some people that were like, and the person hit me like, "You want to go to the bathroom?" Bathroom, yeah. The code word is Rumpelstiltskin. Code word is Rumpelstiltskin. Yeah, we're upstairs. So now this is a female, white, skinny, overdressed, and like they're in the bathroom, and the code word was Rumpelstiltskin. I'll never forget it. That was the code word, was Rumpelstiltskin. I was supposed to knock on that door and say Rumpelstiltskin to get in. Not Sino. I'm like, all right, yeah, bet. Yeah, don't go to the bathroom. Yeah, we getting the hell up out of this place. I ain't trust none of that. Rumpelstiltskin was the code to get into the bathroom. I was supposed to knock on the door and they're going to say, what's the password? And the password was given to me. Rumpelstiltskin. And I said, no. Sino ain't going. Now, I'm going to finish the rest of this story on the Patreon. So we're going to finish the rest of it there because getting out of that place was an even bigger story. It's going to get even more crazy. So, yeah, they were trying to get me, but this was a woman. Like, she wasn't like a fake woman. She was a real woman. Were the NBA players there? Absolutely. NBA players were there. We'll talk about this on the Patreon. We will talk about this on the Patreon. NBA players was there. Were there dudes kissing in there? No. No, one dude's kissing in there. That was like in sight? No. That wasn't going on in front of us. But in those bathrooms, in those other rooms upstairs, there was people definitely doing drugs. It was a whole bunch of stuff going on. But that woman who came and tried to like get me, she hit my arm first. I was like having a conversation. She just like used her elbow and bumped my arm. What? She was, there's a party in the bathroom. You're invited. Oh, the password is Rumpelstiltskin. And she starts like switching, going up there, went in that little bathroom, that little room, and I guess that bathroom is like huge. It's like basically like a bedroom, and it's a bunch of people going in there, like chicks and dudes going in there. And I'm like, we ain't going to the bathroom. We ain't going to that bathroom. Now, yeah, if I hear it, definitely. Yeah, so if you own the Casino for Life Patreon, you're definitely going to hear the rest of that story, and you're going to understand what was going on. Guess that's the party Diddy was talking about. Diddy wasn't at this party. Diddy wasn't at this party. Kanye West wasn't at this party. This is before, no, I won't say before Diddy. Diddy was definitely out, but Kanye West wasn't out at the time. Like Kanye West was probably on the streets of Chicago at this time. So no, it was no Kanye West doing anything at this time. No, it was different. See, at this time, not everybody had cell phones. It's true. Because I didn't have a cell phone. I had a pager. So it was different. See, you're thinking of modern times. This is the 90s, buddy. Not everybody had cell phones out of town. Because I didn't have a cell phone then. I had a pager. I had a sky blue pager it's one of them see-throughs. You can see all the stuff inside. It's clear. Sky blue. That's when everybody used to rock the neon colors. I had on a Yankees, no matter what the team was, I had on a Yankees jersey. It was all bright yellow with a yellow cap with a blue pager. So this is like 97, 98. So on the Patreon, you're going to get the full story. No, I ain't saying that was a bad thing. I'm saying you got somebody who don't know these people. I'm trying. You said you had a Motorola Flip. My mom had a Motorola Flip in '94, but that was it was analog. Those are the analog phones, and they didn't have it was expensive. And one like the programs are today, it's expensive to use a phone. You better make one call for emergencies. That's all the phones was for, was emergencies then. Like if you get caught in a jam, use the cell phone. If it's an emergency, use it, but you can't be on that line. Yeah, like I'm on the phone like regularly for an hour on the cell phone. You'll burn through all your minutes quick. I had a phone in my car because I had one of the phones that you could plug up in the cigarette lighter, and I could pull it up and I could make calls, and that was expensive. And I had that. I had a car phone in my car back at home, but we're out of town. So we're out of town in a Hollywood area. Now remember, I only know these people because I know Keenan and Kel. Kel grew up around the corner from me. So that opened the doors to all of this world that I didn't really fit in, didn't really know nothing about. But it's like my cousins rapping in the group with them. They're trying to sign a group and get a record deal with Busta Rhymes at Elektra Records. So they're in the Big Pun video. They show up. Big Pun has a video on the set. He's getting ready to film his videos. A lot of stuff going on. Now, at this event, for some reason, the group that we were in ends up at this damn mansion house. Now, remember, I'm from out of town. So when you're from out of town, you just rolling with the people you know. You're like, all right, well, this is where we going now. All right, y'all just tell me, and hey, I meet new people. It's cool. I don't know these people, but the people I know, I'm staying with. I'm not trying to get lost from the people I know. That's what you're supposed to do. From out of town, baby. We stay close to the door. We came in that door, that's where we leave it. And I ain't staying that far where I can't see that door. No, I couldn't remember at that time. No, you got to remember, I just came back from drinking and kicking it. If you remember the Royce, Royce and nobody was acting shook from. Why would I be shook from Roy? If you heard that interview, did I sound shook? I said the very same things to Royce that I would always say to Royce. So I just came from drinking and kicking it. What was you talking about? He's like, we not that far removed from minute phones. We just got unlimited plans in 2011. I still remember free on weekends. Yep, and free after 7 p.m. on weekdays. That's right. Had to wait till after 7 at night. That's why I had so many girls that was the bad girls, because I used to work until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's when I get off. I had the second shift. So I would have to work on these chicks when I could on the weekend. And so that's when I thrive. So as soon as the weekends hit, boom, everybody's already been kicking it and partied out. Then I come in and reunite the party with my energy. And because I'm just getting there. And then the chicks is all ready to go at that point. I got like when on that song Late Night Flight with Benny, when that guy, I got a chick I never saw before 1 a.m. I was like, that's me. I didn't see her before 1 a.m. because I used to get on it too. And I'll be at her house about 2:35 and see her at about 5, 6 in the morning, and I'm out. That's it. Was there people doing strange things at that party? Yeah. Some people doing some, they weren't like how you probably would think. But yeah. I'll give you some actors' names. Yeah. They were there and it was pretty strange. I thought it was strange. They wasn't no kissing, making out. You got to realize this is the 90s, dog. Nobody was finna do that. Even in this private setting right now, this wasn't private enough. You're gonna have to go in that room and do all that stuff. But yeah, I'll give you some names on the Patreon. You know that. That ain't no doubt. He said, what was crazy is your minutes didn't roll over. Yeah, that's true. Minutes did not roll over. You lose all those minutes. So me, I never ran out of my minutes because I was always working. So if I call somebody anyway, I wasn't to be on the phone no 3 hour type person. You know, I had a job. So if I'll call somebody, our conversation be like 2, 3 minutes anyway. I'll be like, yeah, all right, so where we going? Yeah, this what we doing? All right, bet. So I go there, what, like when I get off? All right, I hit you when I get out there. All right, cool, bro. Our conversation's not gonna be that long. We don't have a lot to talk about. Where do I get my insider intel from? How come no one else knows what I know? So a lot of people know what I know. They just ain't talking. Most of them don't be on YouTube. So a lot of people know what I know. Like, there's gonna be plenty of people who don't want me to say what's gonna happen in this story. So that's why it's gonna be on the Patreon only. That's what that banner is for. That Carcito for Life Patreon banner. That Cash App that says Carcito, you can donate. Thank you. That was a great conversation I had with Royce. Because he didn't even realize that video was like made 7 years ago. The incident was about 20 years ago. So I'm like, the incident is like 20 years ago. I made the video like 7 years ago. And been cool and said forget about it like 5 years ago. And I had DM'd him and everything, saying, man, I seen you grown. And so I thought he already knew. That's what people want to do. They want to say people fold up. No matter what the interview goes, like me and him supposed to be fighting or something. We were having a discussion. And we were talking about Eminem and everything. He was like, man, when did you stop being a fan of Eminem? And I told him exactly the truth. The same thing I told y'all. It wasn't nothing different. Not one thing different. But he asked me off the top of my head, who did I feel that Eminem backed down from? I'm like, damn, I can't remember that off the top of my head. Yeah, shoot, I just came back in from the bar. Because once he said, Cena Carcino don't want this smoke, I said, Carcino don't want this smoke. Oh, I'm coming. Wait till I get to the house. Carcino is getting in. I'm like, oh no, I'm calling in. We definitely showing up. He's like, what's up, Carcino? You don't want the smoke? He was interviewing me. He said, Roy sounded like he was interviewing you. He was, basically. It was on Royce's platform. Royce was the one. It's on Royce's thing. Royce went on IG Live. Royce brought me up there to ask me the questions. So he was asking me the questions. That's why everybody thinks I'm interviewing Royce. Like, no, he's asking me the questions. Well, I would have had he did that with Game. He didn't do that with Game. Everybody assumed he was going to do that with Game, but he kept his mouth shut because he hadn't talked to him in it. And he actually is cool with Game too. So he just said, he basically played it neutral. He did it the right way. Now, had he did that, I'd have asked him, I'd be like, man, don't get involved. Let him handle his own business. But he didn't do it. So I can't say, hey, why are you doing this? And he didn't do it. Because he really brought me up there so me and him could clear the air because he don't remember what the problem was. But he was like, okay, all right, this is back when I was the drunk. I was like, yeah, this is back 20 years ago. But it wasn't just me. It was a group of people that was rapping at that time. They went there and they had a show together. And I don't know what the show venue was called, but I believe it was at a hall. Like it's something like a hall that where they were performing at. But it was like some Chitlin circuit like thing. It wasn't no big event. It's like a hall. They got a bunch of people finna rhyme on the show and everything else. So everybody's in the hall. Like they got this corridor that you like. It's like rounded, and everybody's got to walk. It's first some weird steps you got to go down. It's like It's almost like you're going on a stage. You got to walk down these like steps, then you walk like in a big donut circle around to get to where you're going. But if you're in the back area, it's like you're going out there. Like I guess they might do plays or something there. And whoever put this like event together, he had a problem with that. And nobody cared about his problem he had with them. It was the way he was just his ego, his arrogance to everybody else. Like he was the star, you know, and everybody like, man, he think he's such and such because he know Eminem, you know, like nobody care, you know, you on here with us, you know, you on the same show with us. So he was just acting real, you know, like bougie, you know, it was real weird. And that's why I told him, I'm like, you was like extra, really extra that day. He was really extra that day. So people came back to shot, was like, F Royce. F that Royce to find out, dude. So that's how it was. It was like, oh man, F Royce, man, you know, buddy. And then the whole D12 thing, you know, right away, I was like, yeah, he's 100% wrong. I was completely not their fault. I wish we'd have gotten into that. What you mean he questioning me? That's how you get answers. He's questioning me because he really wanted to know like what disconnect did we have, and he wanted to know more about me to fill me out to see what all I knew, like to see like, oh, this guy just be trolling or he's just saying things. So no, we have a great understanding. He now knows like, okay, this dude isn't just some guy on the internet who just makes things up. He knows that clearly. He knows I'm somebody who understands music. And that's what we were really talking about is the music. Like judging someone just because you personally don't like them. As I told him, I don't like the way you used to rap off the beat. That drives me crazy. And I'm telling that to him as his face. Like that would drive me nuts. I see your process of what you're trying to do, but I don't like it. Everybody else is telling me, oh man, you gotta listen to Rent Royce's Raw, man. I'm like, I don't see it. Like, I don't see it because I can't really get into it because he's going off the beat. And he was like, when I go off the measure, I'm like, yeah, well, when you go off the line, you're a half bar off the beat. And it's making me think there's no engineer here. I'm like, where's the engineer? Why is this track not syncing up right? I don't like this. Then I'm like, now you back rapping on beat. I'm like, he sounds 10 times better. It relaxes my mind. When I hear somebody rap off the beat, I'm like, what just happened there? The track ain't synced up. He would go a half bar over, and then he'll rap another couple bars, and he would go back and rap that bar later on in the like about I'd say about 6 more bars later. He'll go back and try to fix it, and he'll do a 32, but like on the 16th or whatever, he goes over. And he'll come back to cleverly rhyme that bar, that half bar rather. He'll go a half bar over and then come back and try to go another half bar over later in the actual structure and the mechanics of how he had it set up. And I knew what he was doing, but it throws me off. And I'm like, if you had an engineer, he probably would have jumped out of a window after listening to that. Cause I'm like, it's not syncing up. And I'm like, this is really not hitting the way he probably would think. And it's pissing me off. You want Rihanna and Eminem to work together again? I don't. I don't like those songs. Eminem was using Royce to find out how to dish you on his upcoming diss song. That is funny. You almost made me choke. Nope. Because before Proof died, the fall off was already in place. I told people the Eminem Show is my favorite album he ever made. It was complete, the direction, everything. I told you people, I was one of Eminem's biggest fans. I was one of the first people in the shop that would play him in the hood. Nobody played him in the hood. Nobody. And I used to be like, man, listen to this song. Listen to this song. The only song they played of Eminem's was nothing from the first album. The second album, they played Stan. And that's all they would play was Stan. They love that beat. Boom, boom, boom. So the Stan beat, that was it. On the third album, the only thing they would play, and the Eminem Show, they didn't play nothing but Superman in the hood. So those are the two Eminem records that was played in the hood. Superman got played. And Stan, those two songs. And only those two songs. Forgot About Dre got some spins too back when that came out. But that was mostly because it was just Dre out. But Forgot About Dre did get some spins. But they didn't play him in the hood. Now, I had to tell people about songs. I'm like, man, listen to this. So I'll be the only one that would bump Eminem in the hood and let them listen to songs. I was like, listen to this. Listen to these bars. Listen to what he said here. Listen to that. This is before he became a household name. Even when the Marshall Mathers LP came out, they were bumping Nelly. They bumping Nellyville. I'm like, yeah, Nellyville cool. But listen to this. Listen to what he said right here. Then the whole ICP thing, I knew all about that. So he responded back to them, to that Slim Ain't It song. So it wasn't two people trying to score blows on each other. We weren't doing that at all. We was two men having a conversation. But I'm going to go to the Patreon now and finish the story from the party. So it's been cool. F Vlad, and I'm out.